Hey, what's up guys? It is me, Chachionics. I'm here with another video. It has been a little over a week. It is Saturday. It is currently 11:08 p.m. for me, and I wanted to make this video. This video is going to be about the conference championship games in the NFL. But before we get into those, into the games that happened, let's talk about the games that decided the championship games that are going to happen. So last week, we had Bengals at the Titans, 49ers at the Packers, Rams at the Buccaneers, and Bills at the Chiefs. And my oh my, was last week pretty insane, pretty fun to watch. I did say I would suffer or party. Don't want to say that because, you know, that kind of did happen in some way, shape, or form. But I also did party in some way, shape, or form. So last week, of the 4 games, I guessed 3 correctly and incorrectly guessed 1. And that was the game I was kind of frustrated a little bit about. But I was able to rebound with the games that happened after that. So the teams that I picked were the Bengals, the Packers, the Rams, and the Chiefs. And the only team that could not prevail were the Packers. They lost. I was a little frustrated after that game. Is what it is, you know. I always say it's in good fun to predict, but sometimes I'm a little competitive. You know, we kind of have this competition a little bit, this guessing competition with my dad. So it is what it is. So he went 2-2. I went 3-1. I guessed the Bengals game correctly. I think I got the Packers game wrong. And then I was able to rebound on Sunday by getting those 2 games right. And those were the 2 games my dad guessed incorrectly. So those games were very fun, very interesting. It came down to the wire in every single game. 3 of the 4 games ended with the visiting team kicking a game-winning field goal to win the game. That was pretty insane. Very interesting that happened. And then all the games were basically walk-offs. You know, and then the Bills-Chiefs, that was probably one of the greatest games I've ever seen in my life. With the Chiefs winning it in OT. It was, you know, 25 points scored in the final 2 minutes, and then the Chiefs prevail in overtime. 25 minutes in regulation, and then Chiefs win in overtime. Rams had a very big lead, and they lost it, but then they were able to kick the game-winning field goal towards the end. And then the Packers, they just could not get their offense going, and then the 49ers won because of their special teams. Their lone touchdown was a special teams touchdown, and the Packers shouldn't have let that happen due to their offense just being so, I would say, terrible. Very bad, but that is in due part to the 49ers having a very formidable defense. And the Bengals, Joe Burrow being Joe Cool, and the Titans, even with Derrick Henry, could not get the job done. So now that we recap those games in the divisional round, that really sets the stage for our conference championship games. So tomorrow, we got Bengals at the Chiefs and 49ers at the Rams. The AFC Championship, again, being between the Bengals and the Chiefs, and the NFC Championship being between the 49ers and the Rams. It's only 2 games. This video should not be too long. But I do want to go a little bit in depth about who I think is going to win and why I think they're going to win. Don't know if I'm going to do as good as... don't know if I'm going to give the greatest details about why or how or any of that. But this is who I got. So, Bengals at Chiefs. That game will be at 12 p.m. on CBS tomorrow, Sunday, January 30th, 2022. And then at 3:30 p.m. on Fox, it will be 49ers at the Rams. Sorry, a little late for me. That's why I'm yawning. Both of these games are rematches of what went on in the regular season. The last time the Bengals faced the Chiefs, the Bengals were at home and they beat the Chiefs. And that really helped them. They didn't really necessarily need to stress for the following week. So that really, you know, the way they came back to win, they were losing against the Chiefs, and the way they came back to win that game, pretty insane. And then 49ers at Rams, the two meetings between the 49ers and Rams were won. Both games were won by the 49ers. But here are my selections. I am picking the Chiefs over the Bengals and the Rams over the 49ers. To start with the Bengals and the Chiefs, I have my same reasoning that I did for last week. It's very difficult to pick against the Chiefs at home. And they got Patrick Mahomes. And especially with the way they ended the season, their only loss towards the end of the season being to the Bengals, I believe. Let me look at their, their only loss being to the Bengals towards the end of the season. So they're looking to get revenge and punch their ticket into the Super Bowl, which I believe they will, due to Patrick Mahomes playing really well, due to that team being very different. And I really do think that if the Bengals are going to win, they need to score more points than they did last week. And if last week is a telling sign, if Joe Burrow gets sacked a lot, you're not going to make a comeback. Because the Titans, even though they were pretty good this season, they didn't put too many points on board. And the Chiefs are going to capitalize on those Bengals mistakes. And if those mistakes compound, it's going to be too much for them to come back from. And the Chiefs, I just think they'll beat the Bengals. I mean, it's got Patrick Mahomes and that offense. You have the defense too. The guy's name on defense is escaping me. Forgive me. Who's really good. I have to look up roster. Yes, who's that guy's name? Not Allegretti. Frank Clark. Is it Frank Clark? No. No, that guy's... Hold up a second. I'm looking at their active roster here. This is not helping me at all. Yeah, this doesn't help me at all. Anyways, they got a very good defense. I kind of trailed off a little bit trying to find the guy's name. Is it Frank Clark? I have no idea. I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't want to waste time trying to find the guy's name. So that's my selection for Bengals and Chiefs. 49ers at Rams. I'm going to select the Rams. So I'm picking the Rams because the 49ers would need to get a clean sweep of the Rams in order to go to the Super Bowl. And I believe this game is going to I think this series is going to be exactly like last year's series between the Buccaneers and the Saints. The Saints beat the Buccaneers twice in the regular season, but they lost in the playoffs. So, I'm yawning a lot. Sorry, forgive me. But, I'm picking the Rams. I like Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is really good. And, of course, you can talk about how he has weapons. That's what you should have. You shouldn't be complaining, and you shouldn't be whining and groping. That's the point. You want your team to have the best weapons. And just because he looks good with the good weapons, he's the one who makes the throws. And he's the one who makes his receivers look good as well. He makes the throws, the receivers make the catches. It's a team game, okay? And why wouldn't you want your team to be very strong? Just doesn't make sense. Come on. And then the defense. You got Von Miller, Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald. I think that'd be too much for the 49ers. They're going to learn from their mistakes from that second game, and they're going to capitalize it on that. And that means that this Super Bowl 56, I think is what it is, will be between the Rams and the Chiefs. And I will make a separate video determining who I believe is going to win the Super Bowl. But those are my picks. Chiefs, Rams. Comment below who you think is going to go to the Super Bowl, whether you agree with me, disagree with me. Again, I'm not going to say what I said last week. I'm either going to suffer a party. I'm not going to do any of those things. I don't care. Whoever wins between any of these games, we're going to have a fun Super Bowl, regardless. Whether it's Bengals, 49ers, Chiefs, 49ers, the rematch from a few years ago, Rams, Bengals, I mean, it just doesn't matter. Those are my picks. My picks are Chiefs, Rams. My dad's picks are Bengals, 49ers. So we're going complete opposite. So we're going to see who's right. Either I'm right, or he's right, or we're half right. So we'll see. That is who I think is going to win in the conference championship games. And it's only 2 games, and I made a freaking 11-minute video for this. So, yeah, that's who I think is going to win. A good portion of this was recapping what happened in the divisional round. So that's who I think, that's what happened in the divisional round. This is who I think is going to win. So I hope you guys, let's have fun. I hope you guys, don't know what to say. It's late for me, 11:19, kind of tired. I wanted to make this video before I went to bed and before the games tomorrow, because I do not want to wake up early to make a video since I like to sleep. So, yeah, that's it. I'm lollygagging. Just comment down below who you guys think is gonna win, and let's see what happens. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, and that is it. Peace out, guys. Bye.